Hi everyone, I'm on my way over to the farm to do some seed cleaning, and I decided to take the compost out on my way out the door. So I thought I'd show you what I've been working on the last couple of days. We use a method of composting called pit or trench composting. It's really very simple. Basically, all you do is you dig a pit. So there's some effort up front. You dig a pit and then you throw all of your table scraps, garden waste, anything that's compostable into the pit. And that is it. That's how you manage your compost. And it's so simple. Basically, you're letting the soil microbes and the red wiggler worms do the compost work for you. So there's no tumbling or turning. So that's what I mean about no work compost. And you'll get some beautiful compost for your efforts. So let me show you. This is my old pit. So this is the pit that I threw all the compostable stuff in during the year this year. This is what I've been working on. I dug a new pit right beside it. While I was doing that, I filled a big brute garbage can full of dirt, full of soil that I can use to mix with compost to repot houseplants, start some plants next spring. That's ready to go. And then the extra dirt that I had after I'd filled up the big brute garbage can, the extra dirt that I had, I just shoveled over onto the compost from this last year and covered it up with a nice layer of dirt. And then you can see I just pulled some grass around here to clean this up and threw that over the top. And Dan's going to bring over some bales for me this afternoon to cover it as well. But before we do that, I want to show you the actual red wiggler worms here. So I'm just going to move the hay away that I put on there and some of the dirt that I added, and just get down here far enough so I can show you some of these worms. They're just, oh, look at there. Ah, isn't that amazing? Oh, look at these little guys. They are just, oh, I wouldn't even venture a guess how many of these are in here. They have just reproduced prolifically. And oh, look at, there's some garlic that I threw in the compost. They eat this stuff up, you guys. There's what I call a good friend, garden helpers, right? They're composting all this stuff for us, eating it up, and producing these wonderful earthworm castings that just make up wonderful soil for starting plants and growing things. Oh my gosh, this is just amazing. I'm just gonna go a little deeper here and see what I can find under here. Look at this stuff. The garlic has a ways to go. They got a lot of garlic to decompose there, but oh yeah, just look at them all. Thrilled, because I had taken just a few from over at the farm. I put a handful in here and I thought, oh my gosh, that's going to take forever for those little guys to reproduce to the point where they would be helpful. So you guys, if you employ this compost pit method, you just got to get some of these little guys. They're a composter's best friend. Oh, look at that. Quite a clump. Wow, isn't that fun? Look at them all. Oh my goodness, they're just just having a party in there. Wow, just amazing. Yeah, I hope you get as excited about this as I do. So fun, so fun. So I am just gonna bury these little guys again because it's supposed to get really cold next week. So wanted to get this pit covered and taken care of for the long winter haul here, and start my new compost pit. Next spring I will go into this pit to gather some of my red wigglers and transfer some into my new pit. I don't want to do it now because there's really nothing in there for them to feed on, so I'm gonna wait until I get some compost in there, some stuff for them to work on. So this is the first dump of household compost into my new compost pit. And this is Jeffy, and he loves to come out and see what I'm adding to the compost pit. So I have a bunch of peppers that I seeded out here, so those will go in there. Now just layer some dried leaves or hay, what they call brown material, over your compost, and then throw a scoopful of soil on top of that just to inoculate it with microorganisms. So one of the problems that I've had in the past with my compost pit is that as the snow fills in here, it'll get so deep that I can't tell where my compost pit actually is. And so I end up just throwing the compost on top of the snow. I've had years where I've actually missed the pit, which makes a mess. One of the things I've come to is to use these fiberglass rods. I put one in each of the corners of the pit, right? When the snow fills in, I'll know exactly where my pit is. So then I'll just throw the compost right on top of the snow in this area, and as the snow melts, the compost will get deposited. So next spring I won't have any cleanup work to do. The first installment in my new compost pit. And you were here to see it. How fun is that? Glad you could come with me today. See my compost pit and meet my friends, the red wigglers. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. We'll see you again next time.